Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing awesome. So in this video, I'll break down what gap theorem is and why this is important in designing your distributed systems and how it is influencing the apps that we are using in our day-to-day lives, like your social media, like Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, and all those. So without any further ado, let's start with the video. I hope my screen is visible. Okay. So let's start with the gap theorem. Okay. So what is gap theorem? So as you can see here, gap theorem, the pick two rule for distributed systems. Okay. So let's break down first what is distributed systems. So like the collection of your a collection of independent computers that could be your nodes, or like the collection of your independent systems that could be your computers or the nodes that work together as a single coherent system to the user is called your distributed systems. So now there are three terms inside your gap theorem, I would say. Or it's like in a distributed system we can only fully achieve two out of three of these properties. Okay, let me use the laser here if I can. Yeah, I can. Okay, so yeah, you can use only two at a time, and those are your consistency, availability, and partition tolerance. But among these, you can only use two at a time. Okay, so let's understand each one of them in a bit detail, like what they are. So the very first is consistency. It's like every user sees the same data at the same time. Okay, let me check. I'm getting notification. Is it urgent? Uh, no, I don't think so. Okay. So the next one is your availability. Availability means every request should get a response that could be either your success or failure. And the last is your partition tolerance. Like the system work if the network is split. If the network is split. Okay. So let's understand here, like consistency, all node gives or all user sees the same data, or it's up to date no matter like where you request from. Okay. So just suppose you have one server in USA, one in your London, one in Singapore, one in Europe, and you are sending request from anywhere. You always sees the same data. That is your consistency. And if we talk about the availability, like every request gets some answer or the response, even if it is not the freshest. Freshest means suppose we are working in a distributed system where we have multiple nodes, and although if one node has been changed their state to some of the freshest or the new data, there might be a chances like it may take time to replicate all like the latest data to the other nodes, but it should be available to response. I'll explain this with the help of example we have next. So next is your partition tolerance. uh, we'll understand this in the coming example. So let's understand first partition tolerance. Like the system keeps running even when parts of the network cannot communicate. If there might be a failure between the nodes, but still the system still should run. Okay. Like in real life your network failures are unavoidable. That means the partition tolerance is given, so you have to decide between the consistency and availability. आप कह रहे हो कि भाई ये क्या कंसिस्टेंसी, अवेलेबिलिटी, पार्टीशन टॉलरेंस क्या है, ये सब कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है. जस्ट बी विद मी. So let's understand with this, with the help of this example. Suppose we have one server in London, one in Singapore. Okay. And just think hypothetically you are user A is sending a request, or suppose user A is updating its profile. Okay. User A is updating his profile, so he sent the right request to the server. So local server of London has been updated in their state or the database. Like this is the updated profile. Now this is replicating to the Singapore server. Now there are two possibilities. The user B just sent a read request. Meanwhile, it was replicating. So there is a chance that your Singapore server just respond with the stale data or the old profile, or there might a chance Singapore server doesn't respond until it get replicate or get the fresh copy of the data of the user A. Okay, so these two scenarios are called, like, the first is your consistency. Like if consistency is your priority, you want wherever I am sending the request, I should get the latest data. So like then your user B might have to wait until both the server are in sync. Okay, but they might slow in response because it may take time to replicate some data from your London to Singapore. It could be your like USA to Europe. Okay, but if consistency is your priority, you want everyone should see the same data, then there might be a delay in the response, but always you will get the same data. Now, the another one, when you want to prioritize your availability, you want, like, I want the response, quick response. Okay. No matter it's stale, it's fresh, but I want some response. So in that scenarios, like user A sent the updated request for updation of their profile, then user B gets the instant data from Singapore server. It might not be like synced yet, but it's a fast response, might see the stale data because it has not been replicated the latest fresh copy of the data to the Singapore server. So this is the second scenario. Now I believe by looking at this diagram, now you can understand this in a better way. Like all nodes give you the exact same up to date data no matter where you ask from. Like we were asking from even London or a Singapore or US or Europe. And availability, every request gets some answer, not same, every request gets some answer. It's not the freshest. Like here, yeah, here. So like user B gets instant data from Singapore server. It's your fast response, might see the stale data because it's not fresh, it may take time. And the network failure is like suppose while replicating, it breaks somewhere. If it got break somewhere, and your partition tolerance means there is a network failure while replicating data or something, but the system still should keep in a running state. Okay, so the next we have like network fails between them, like stop serving data. If you want the consistency, you will say don't serve any data until you get synced with the another server or the updated one. Okay, or like risk wrong data, like availability. Like I want the quick instant response, fast response. I do not worry about the wrong or the stale data. Okay. So we have to trade off between your consistency and availability. So like examples of when we absolute need strong consistency. We'll talk about like why where we are talking about strong consistency, not consistency. Like at the end of this video, you will get to know that there are different types of consistencies. I'll walk you through with that. Okay. So like let's look at some of the examples like where we need strong consistency. The one is your ticket booking platform, like your airline, concerts, movie booking, sports booking. Like if a ticket is sold out or if a ticket is sold, everyone must instantly see it's unavailable, no double booking. We don't want, like, if user A is also booking the ticket, user B is also like entering through, and user B is also just entering to your critical section and they both are booking the same ticket, or there could be a scenario of double booking. No, we want, if there is a ticket, if that ticket is sold, then everyone must instantly see like this ticket is sold. Your e-commerce inventory, like Amazon, like the last item in stock cannot be sold to two people at once. if we have one item and that is your last item in the stock, we cannot allow two people to like sold that particular item at once. We cannot allow two people to purchase or buy that particular item at once, because that's the last stock. It must be like reflect to everyone. Okay, like your financial transaction, like your stock trades and money transfer must happen in exact order, no skipping or reordering. Make sense? Cool. So why it matters? Because in these systems, like your tiny delay could lead to your uh, big financial losses or your unhappy customers, because you don't know if you are not just syncing or just putting the fresh data or just keeping the data as a consistent. So there might be a huge loss with the business. Okay. So there are some of the examples like where your high availability matters more than a strong consistency. It's like your social media feeds, like your Instagram, your Twitter, and your Instagram, your Twitter, X or Facebook. Okay, so it's fine if you see a post few seconds later, but the app should never fail to load. It's okay if you are seeing the old profile picture, but the app should always be in the running state. It should not fail to load the app. And next is your video streaming platforms like your YouTube, your Netflix. A brief delay in syncing view of count is okay, but buffering or downtime is not. Suppose you are watching Netflix, so there might be a chance that the description of a particular movie or a series, you'll see the all description. That's fine, but the buffering or downtime is not acceptable. Are you getting that? But the system is available. So, why it matters? Because in these cases, being online is more important than being perfectly up to date. A little stale data is better than no data at all. Makes sense. We can deal with the old description, but we cannot like wait like the if it is not buffering or there is a downtime. We cannot bear with that. Okay. So, like how your cap theorem influences your system design. This is big. Okay. So there are two key things. If you choose strong consistency, then implement distributed transactions. Okay. Limit writes to a single primary node. There should not be more than one primary node where you are writing. Okay. Use consensus protocols like your Paxos, Raft. This is for like maintaining your consistency and reliability of the like your databases and your distributed storages. Okay, for those we use your uh, Paxos and Raft, and there could be another like consensus protocol. There could be another consensus protocols. Okay, but a Raft is easier to like I would say easier to implement. The implementation is easier of Raft. And so like accept high latency in exchange of correctness. We need the high latency. Okay, so if we talk about some of the example tools like your PostgreSQL that is nowadays handling your million of transactions, and your and next is your traditional RDBMS that could be like your SQL, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and you can use the Google Spanner like your DynamoDB, which is strong consistency mode. Okay, so if you choose high availability, then like use multiple replicas to handle requests from anywhere, but just deploy multiple replicas, so there is a availability like from the nearby wherever I am sending a request, I should get some response. Okay, the system should available. Then allow eventual consistency. Latest data can take time to sync. It's like suppose I'm updating my profile on the Instagram, so it's okay if others sees that profile or the updated profile in a while. It's not that mandatory everyone should see instantly. It may take up to few seconds to like propagate that change to the others feed. Okay, so like use your CDC change data capture for updates. Okay, and the example tools could be your DynamoDB in your multi-AZ mode, and your Cassandra you can use over there. But again, the choice depends on your app priorities, like whether you want the accuracy or the uptime. The choice is yours. We generally design based on the requirement or the priorities we want inside our application. Based on that, we decide like whether we want the consistency or we want the availability. Okay. So as I mentioned in the last, we will cover like the different types of consistency. Like earlier we were talking about the strong consistency and the consistency. The consistency we were talking about in the earlier, that was just referring to your strong consistency. Okay. So we have strong consistency and causal consistency, read your rights consistency, and eventual consistency. Okay, so let's understand one by one what are these. Although you have used or might be aware of these of the consistencies, but you might not aware of the name of those. Okay. So like every read returns the latest, right? Like a group chat where everyone sees the newest message instantly. That is your strong consistency. Because and if we talk about the your causal consistency, that is related operations appear in the correct order. Like when you reply on someone in your like WhatsApp, that you reply on the original message, and that is your causal, like related operation that must be appear in the correct order. There should not be the mismatch in the order of that appearance or the order of the messages that you are seeing or displaying to you. So read your rights consistency, like you always sees your own latest changes. Suppose you are updating the profile picture on your Instagram and instantly see the new one. You would see the new one picture that you have updated, but it may take time for others to like still see the old one. It may take time for others to see the new one. That is your read your rights consistency. I believe this is happening inside Instagram and nowadays. You just instantly see the updated one. When you refresh on the other feed, it may take few seconds to propagate the updated one. Okay. So the so the last is eventual consistency, which is like all replicas will sync eventually. Like Instagram likes count catching up after a few seconds. The best example. It's not instant. What it does simply mean is it's not instant. Okay. So do you have anything else, or else we have covered all the things? I believe we have covered all the things. So yeah, this was a short video on your cap theorem. So, but again, it always depends on your app requirements and the priorities. Either you want the consistency or the availability. Either you can go with the CP or AP. CA you cannot achieve. Okay, but all three also you cannot achieve at the same time, because in distributed systems, P will always be there for you if you are working on a distributed system, but you have to trade off between the C and the A. Okay. So, yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you found this video helpful or useful. If so, don't forget to like, subscribe, or share. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep growing.